It's Combos
with Kimmy.
Yes.
Hey y'all, we're back again for video number 3. Today we kind of wanted to compare our childhood to our children's childhood and the pros, cons, the good, the bad, the ugly.
Yeah, what a difference.
Huge difference.
When we were growing up, it was a total different world.
Absolutely.
I mean, I can't imagine it. We sound like our parents.
When
the fuck did we get old?
I don't know.
Holy
I've been
shit.
noticing a lot lately.
Yeah,
I'm
aging,
not,
back's hurting.
All of it.
Got to stretch every morning without swimming.
Well, I was born in 81, and Tom was born in
83, so she's
a little older.
little cougar.
Yeah.
But so we just wanted to discuss with y'all the difference. I'm sure all of our listeners are around our age and remember the shit that we're going to talk about. And hopefully it'll make you laugh. And maybe we can work together to make these children a little different, a little more like us, our childhood. But it's hard to do.
I noticed the big difference is the outside thing with our kids.
Oh my God.
It's so dangerous now. Like, we won't even let our kids play in the front yard without us there because of the weirdos and creeps. And
we live in a good neighborhood, and it's all
great
on a circle, and cars are flying by no matter what. Mm-hmm. No one waves anymore. Have you noticed that?
God, no.
There's no.
I miss having our old neighbors. One of your coworkers. It's his wife's father.
Father,
right?
yeah.
And he, literally the day we moved in, he was over there, helped us move in, was so friendly, was a great neighbor, probably the best neighbor we ever had.
Absolutely.
And we moved, 2 summers ago?
2 summers
and
ago.
And we missed that neighbor.
And he didn't know us from Adam's house cat. He came
so
out and
nice.
helped us unload. Mm-hmm. It felt like it was back in the 80s, 90s, It was really cool, and it was real nice to have a friendly, fun neighbor.
Yeah.
But you don't, how many of y'all know your neighbors, I'm jealous of people. My brother lives up in Georgia, and he's got his neighbors are over every day. Kids playing together. It's awesome. But here, it's tough. We can't let our kids go out in the front yard at all.
We won't without us.
We're starting to let our daughter, one of our children, go out and go for walks with her friends.
Yeah, she likes to skateboard.
Of course, Dad's going with her to skateboard. We're not letting her roam the streets. But, I remember being little, I was on my bike all day, every day.
Yeah, absolutely.
I didn't see my parents. Not that I had, parents that didn't care about me. Love you, Mom and Dad.
He definitely has parents that care.
But, it was safer times then. You could go out.
I woke up on Saturday, watched my Saturday cartoons, ate my
one.
cereal, and then straight outside.
See you later.
And you didn't see us till the fucking lights came back on.
Absolutely. I wouldn't even go inside. I'd drink from the hose. I know everyone says that, but I really wouldn't go inside because I didn't want, I didn't want to have to be stuck inside to go do chores,
Yes.
And always knowing where everyone's at by the bikes outside the front yard.
Oh, for sure. You knew where all your homies were because you didn't have phones back then, so we knew where all our friends were because the bikes, the skateboards, all the fun stuff were right outside in the front yard.
Oh, yeah.
You knew exactly where to go.
You knew where the hot spot was.
Yeah.
And, just getting into mischief,
Climbing trees, gumball fights.
I could climb any tree. I was that guy. I was Spider-Man. Spider Boy. There wasn't a tree I couldn't.
I was not a Spider Girl. But I had all boy cousins. I was the only girl.
You're
I can
tomboy.
handle boys. I'll
That's
throw
right.
a gumball real quick.
Watch out, folks.
The other thing is the phones, like the communication, how we have such easy access now to like cell phones. Before cell phones, I don't know if any of y'all remember the
landline.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. But the landlines, you only had one in the house. And if you had an older sibling, you were fucked. You didn't get on that phone because they could kick your ass and they wouldn't share.
And they will, yeah. And not your neighbors, your parents. Your parents would get on the phone and listen. Oh my God. I was so scared of that.
Oh, all the time. Parents would listen.
Yeah.
Mine didn't do that per se, but.
My stepdad, my mom would real quick.
To the boys you were talking to. That's funny. The girls I was talking to, their parents were on listening. Couldn't hear them. They're covering the mouth. Come on, get a life, parent. No.
But do you remember what was in between landlines and cell phones?
Pagers. The beeper days.
I remember when I got my first beeper. I thought my shit did not stink. I was the coolest kid in Memphis. Like, you couldn't tell me nothing.
So cool. You get like different screens or backs for it, covers for
yeah.
it. You know, one side blue, one side, green or something.
And you could text your friends. Like, there was I forget what it was.
911 was
911 or something
emergency.
else. It was like you flip it upside down. It says hello. Do you remember that one?
Yep,
It was a
I
couple
do. It was
more.
like 4, 3.
Yeah, and then you'd have to stop like
1, 1, 0. That was it. There you go, maybe backwards. That's right. You heard it first here, folks.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Or you'd have to stop at a payphone or your friend's house to just make the fucking phone call. You couldn't just reach in your pocket and call them.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the bikes out in the front yard was the
That's
answer.
my favorite
That was
part
our
probably
cell
about growing
phone.
up.
That was our cell phone
yeah.
because, you know, you call a landline, they didn't answer half the time. You know, they were playing outside with their friends or something.
And then
it was
there
always
wasn't
fun.
many. You didn't hear a lot about like social anxiety back then, and maybe that's one of the reasons why. Because you were out playing with your friends all day.
Right.
You know, you weren't constantly like on a computer or playing games or in your phone. I rarely even answer my phone. If I don't know the number, I'm not answering it. And usually I'm texting before I'm calling you.
Right. There's no calling anymore. It's text message. Could this have been a text? Why'd you call me? You know?
Yeah.
But the kids are on their phones. You know, we try to keep them off it as much as possible. But, I mean, it is a free babysitter.
It is, yeah.
But, you know, they're just stuck in their phones. And I don't think it's good for the new generation. I mean, they don't do face-to-face, you know, anymore.
And the other thing is, like, you know, it is learning that my kids have learned a lot off the computers and the educational games. But now they're teenagers, they're wanting to, like, get on TikTok and watch a girl twerk. And I'm like, what are you watching? What are you doing? Let's put some adult, what do they call it? Parental controls on it. Parental controls is on, like, a lot of our stuff because...
But they still can find it, you know.
Oh, if they want to see it, they'll fucking find it.
It's crazy. And the problem is social media, they compare themselves to other,
man.
you know, girls that are like, you know, fake. You know, a lot of fake crap.
Filters, the injections.
And so they think
bullshit.
that's what, you know, is pretty and that's what is going to be the new thing. And
yeah,
that
it's
sucks.
not. We try to tell our girls all the time. Like, I remember back in the 90s, we had like Cindy Crawford. Who were the other models?
The only way you could see anybody was on TV, movies, or magazines. That was
and
it.
It was like you wanted to be wafer thin, and that was the look and the only look. But I will say one of the pros is now that with social media, now they're accepting of any size. So it's not just like you're skinny or you're like not cool at all. Now they're really accepting
everybody,
any size.
and that's how it should be because everybody's beautiful.
Yeah.
You know,
if we're all the same.
Yuck.
Yeah.
You know, I inside and out.
Yeah.
You know, and
yeah.
So that's good. Like this generation is way more accepting on a lot of things.
Absolutely.
You know, which is awesome. You know, like homosexual. That's so accepting now, and it's awesome, and that's how it should be. You know, you can love whoever you want to love and be whatever you want to be.
Yeah, now they've got pronouns they're going by now. Back in the day,
good,
you would never have heard of that.
You know, those poor children back in the day, they were scared to, you know, say they were, you know, gay or a lesbian. And I think that's awesome that they can do it now. So that's definitely a pro.
For sure.
For this generation.
Yeah.
But they're still not outside playing. They're still not working,
activity,
running around,
sweating.
And we're gonna get lazier and lazier.
Overweight is the problem.
Which is okay, you know, if you're healthy.
Yeah, as long as you're healthy, yeah.
Healthy is the most important, but they're not active. They're inside, playing on their fucking phones 24/7. We get our kids out, but shit, you can't go in the front yard. They can't go, you know, ride their bikes to the construction site and break all the beer bottles that people left. And
sounds like something
I didn't do that. No, there's houses
that.
in my neighborhood getting built, and we did some. We had appetite for destruction.
Yeah, it sounds like a bunch of boys.
That's right. It was my whole neighborhood was all boys. I was the youngest when we first moved there, but my brother had. I mean, there was probably like 6 or 7 kids, boys his age, that they were just like a little clique and running around, a little posse, and I got to hang around them. They didn't like that. Mike didn't. My brother didn't like that. But
your brother probably didn't like it.
He wasn't a fan, but his friends, they didn't like it either. But my brother did let me hang, and it made me a tougher person.
Yeah.
I remember.
I remember my brother tagging along too.
I remember when he was senior in high school and I was in 8th grade, and our mom bought us boxing gloves. And so, a pair of boxing gloves. So we go out in the yard and we box. And him and his friends would kick the living shit out of me. I was an 8th grader, way smaller than all of them, and they beat my ass. And I'd get back up. I was tough then. I'm not so tough anymore. After having daughters, I'm as soft as they come.
Now.
And I'm definitely not moving as fast now. But, so they beat my butt. And then one day, one of their friends came over, and he was kind of a scrawnier kid, and he was a shit talker, and they liked him, but he was that kid in the group that just...
He was Justin, the one with the mouth?
He's the mouth, and they were like, hey, such and such, why don't you fight Tom? And he's like, hell yeah. They're like, we've been beating the shit out of him for the longest. Beat his ass like we have, basically. And so my brother comes up to me and whispers to me, he goes... beat his fucking ass. This is what we've been kicking your ass for, so you can fuck him up. I beat his ass, and it was a proud moment. But it made you tougher out playing around, wrestling. Well, what about did any of your schools teachers have the paddles? Did you ever get spanked? You didn't, Miss Angel. Miss Perfect never got spanked.
Yeah, but I remember I think our football coach had a big one, and it had like a name on it. Some of them would be like bedazzled, or he'd have students that he spanked. It's like signed it, and some of them had it on the walls, like as literally, yeah, and literally like on the wall, like if you want the paddle. They don't do that shit now. My god! If the girls came or my sons came home and said, "Oh my god, my teacher spanked me today,"
holy shit!
Yeah. Even though we got spanked as kids.
Oh, absolutely.
It's so different now.
It's changed. I think it's social media, Everyone has a voice, which is awesome, but it's,
You're going to get a lot of backlash with it.
Everyone can parent their way, Yeah. There's no right or wrong way. I mean, we're all learning as parents every day. At least us, we're learning every single day how to become a parent, because there's no book that says this is exactly what to do.
We basically have to be bipolar in order to have as many children as we have, and the different personalities. Like some are quiet, some are more.
Some are more like you when they argue and fight.
Sensitive.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna go that
way. We have 3 Kimmys in the house. When they're upset, all 3 of them fight the exact same way.
Loving.
Have to be the loudest. Overtalk everyone. No, not you.
Not me.
And have to have the last word.
Well, usually we're not
just
wrong.
Just get out of it. Oh, she's never wrong.
No.
Just leave me alone. I don't want to talk right now. And then she's shutting the door. She's talking shit.
The whole way.
And then I'll say something. Oh, you have to have the last word, huh?
Yeah.
So we have 3 of those. 2 of our children are like that.
So we're still learning that, and then everything we do, your kids are going to copy. So it's like, we're trying to get better. We see therapists. We take our children to therapists.
It's hard.
It's very hard. God, Jesus, it's hard.
Being a parent, it's tough,
It's the toughest job
ever.
Because if you fuck up, you're really going to fuck them up.
Yeah, you fuck up, you fuck up yourself.
Yes.
You fuck up with them, you're human, you're messing up.
You're fucking up generations.
Right. It's crazy. How times have totally changed.
Yeah, I just nurture them, love them. Really, they're learning stuff at school. I thank God we haven't had any bully situations to deal with yet. I've been waiting for that one.
We had a little bit of one on the bus when the girl sat in Savannah's seat.
Well, now you're going to tell the story. I forgot about that.
So, our daughter... Can't say names. Sorry, guys. I already did say her name. Our daughter was in 2nd grade, and she's the timid one. Quieter, more
doesn't
like
speak
me.
up for herself.
Kind of has, looks like me. Not the schnoz, but she's got the blue eyes, and she's very sweet like me.
Yeah.
And so she's in 2nd grade, and our youngest is in kindergarten, and they wanted to ride the bus home. So they rode the bus home that year. I think it was in the spring, and they had assigned seating. And one day they had a new bus driver, and a little girl was sitting in
an older girl
in the 2nd graders' seat, our 2nd graders' seat, their seat. Sorry, guys, can't talk today. Tired, had a long shift last night. But so a 5th grader was sitting in our daughter's
assigned seat on her bus.
Right, and Savannah, is that her name again?
It's fine.
Sorry. It took all of her courage, everything in her power to say something, because she's real timid, real shy.
She'd never speak up for herself.
And she did for her little sister, and the girl goes, "No, you're not sitting here. This is my seat. Get out of here." And they haven't heard the bus since. But.
Well, after that, Savannah went to go tell the bus driver, and the bus driver, I'm not going to say what race they were, but English was not their first language. And then Savannah didn't understand her language. So we're
the bus driver didn't speak English, and
yeah.
Poor second grader was just crying her eyes out.
And Savannah goes by the rules. If you break a rule, or if she's kind of OCD about certain things, so if you break a rule or something's not right, she will panic.
Oh yeah, she doesn't.
So we
for now
pick them up and drop them off at school. Still,
she's little, so for now, sooner or later, she's gonna be
not give a shit. Yeah.
What else is the difference?
Music. What about the music?
Music. Oh man, music.
What's some of your favorite music?
Oh, you know what's crazy? Is that classic rock now is like oldies. So for us, classic rock was the 70s, Pink Floyd, Leonard Skinner, the Doors, all of them. And that's like way ancient.
Yeah.
And our music that was popular when we were younger, alternative music, is now classic rock. Nirvana's classic rock, Pearl Jam's classic rock.
I feel super old.
Holy crap, we got old. Holy crap.
I don't feel it though, so.
No, you don't look it, girl.
Okay.
She fine.
Okay.
She fine. Oh!
I'd say brain man. With you.
We gotta bring this to our next concert because I'm out there jamming,
You see, only instrument he can play, but he can play the hell out of the tambourine.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
What about AOL?
Oh, that was the first basically
Yeah.
social media, right?
It took forever. I don't know. I mean, it took like 10 minutes. I don't even know what it did.
Because it was not doo-doo.
What didn't start it? Now
insert music here.
Yeah.
But yeah, AOL, that was social media. We talked to our friends on that because half the time we couldn't use the phone because a sibling or a parent was on it, and that was it, man. You could chat.
Chat rooms, yeah.
Chat rooms. That was the beginning of like the pedophile creepers coming in. And then now, it's crazy. What these people are doing, these sick people, pretending like they have pictures of children. Back in AOL, there's no pictures or anything like that on it. Now they can take a fake profile, and so these children are on it, and they think it's that person.
Oh my gosh,
he's so cute. His abs. Oh my god!
Hot.
Oh my god!
And he said I'm so cute.
He has a car. Oh my god! And these people are faking them or catfishing them, right? But it's pedophile catfish. So let's say tiger fishing. You heard it first here. Combos with Timmy.
Tiger fishing.
But they can just prey on your children.
It's terrifying.
Gotta watch them.
That's the thing. We have to really.
You gotta be on
sleep,
it.
We're like looking through stuff, making sure they're not doing anything crazy.
That's scary,
And we're very open, like with our kids, and we have been because we don't want them living in a bubble. We don't want them to see too much, but we would rather them hear the truth from us versus going to their friends and then not hearing the correct information, like their menstrual cycles, pregnancy, the social media stuff.
Condoms for boys. You gotta be.
Oh my God, yeah.
You gotta be open about that stuff at the correct age.
Yes. Yeah.
But, like you said, you don't want them in a bubble. That stereotype, preacher's daughter, she's always the one running around, which all kids are running around.
Yes, they are.
But.
So make sure they're safe doing it.
Be
now,
safe.
like, that brings me to another thing, like our older children. I don't know how to say his name, but we found out, like, one of our older children, like, started to drink a little bit with his friends. And then we told him, listen, if you're going to go out and drink, you're going to either get pulled over, you're going to get a DUI, you could kill someone, kill yourself.
Kill yourself, yeah.
So if you're going to try this or there's something you want to try, we'd much rather you be home where we can watch you. I mean, God forbid you have an allergic reaction to that fruity shit he likes. And then you're not driving, you're not putting yourself in danger or anyone else. So we started that with our older one, and what's crazy is like he's not a drinker at all.
Not one bit. That's good. That's good. You know, I mean, alcohol's not the answer, but
no,
teenagers, young adults, they're gonna adventure. They're gonna try things out. That's what it is to become an adult.
Yes.
You have to make mistakes and learn from your mistakes, or the big one. But that's the thing. Hey, if you are out drinking, call us. I don't care if it's 3 hours away, 5 hours away, 10 minutes away. I don't care how sloppy you are. Call us. We'll come pick you up. I will give you shit on the way home when you're drunk and pick on you and mess with you.
But you're safe.
And that you did the responsible thing. No, we don't want you going out and getting shit-faced.
You're going to do it.
But
regardless.
Call us. We'll pick you up.
Open communication is best with children. If you lie to them, they're eventually going to know you're lying. Absolutely. They're going to find out the hard way.
And then also, we're not there yet for the 2 younger daughters, but, they go to college, and let's say they get in the sorority or something, and they're doing drinking games or whatever. You don't want that to be their first beer,
No, you don't.
I mean, that's how we feel about beer pong. I'm sure they've already played beer pong, water pong. It's called water pong.
Yeah, that's what they call it.
But you don't want their first drink ever to be there. That's our opinion.
Puke.
Everybody's has their parents'
So don't
style.
come for me, because we're not coming for you. That's just our way of doing it, and
that's
it's worked so far.
That's what we think. That's what we think.
Yeah.
Because there are kids. They're gonna be a little bit wild.
Mischievous.
We're not wild. We've never had a wild day in our life.
Not us.
You were a saint before we met.
I'm still a saint.
I wasn't a saint. Still not a saint.
No,
I'm awful.
The oldest child.
It depends
on child. But the pro to it is that they have a lot of creative outlets now. They got their TikTok, their YouTube. Instead of having like this, we only knew what people in our small town were doing.
100%.
Now they know what people in Dubai and Egypt and all Africa, all these crazy places.
With the internet, you can learn so much about everything. Everything is at your fingertips, which
really
is awesome.
It is.
I remember having to do like papers and. No, I guess internet was around when I was in high school.
Oh, I had encyclopedias.
But you had to do books. Yeah, who
encyclopedias.
Wants to read a book, dude?
I remember Grandma had like the what was it, Webster's encyclopedia? What was it? What was
yes, it was. I believe so.
It's like A through like B's and then B's through
Z's.
Yeah. Remember those? Or you go to the library and like figure the shit out.
And then like looking through newspaper slides. That was a little bit before our time.
That was.
But it's so cool. You can find anything on the internet, which is it's got its perks. And it's got its cons, definitely, because you
just watch them.
You don't want them going down the rabbit hole of something bad.
Oh my God, can you imagine like dark web shit? First of all, what kid even knows how to do that? It's shocking. It is shocking because they figure this stuff out fast. Some things I can't even do. I was trying to edit our first YouTube video on TikTok actually to make like a short, and I didn't even know how to do it. Our daughter had to show us how to do it.
11-year-old
they figure stuff out quick.
Show us how to do it. That's crazy. They're so much better at technology. My parents think we were the best at technology, and then now our kids are miles ahead of us.
For sure.
But the internet.
That's what the future's going to be.
Oh yeah, I mean it was the biggest thing in the 20th century. Mm-hmm. 20th century was internet. I mean that's huge.
I'm trying to think of our career. We had I remember when Nintendo came out.
Video games.
I never had an Atari. Did you have an Atari?
No, I did not have an Atari. I remember one of my friends had a flat thing, and you like shot against each other. It was like Mac Breakout. It was probably the first Mac Breakout, but it was one box, and that was the only game you could play on it. And then they made another version where on the PC you could play Mac Breakout. That was my jam. I played that in school. I remember I'd go to one of my coach's rooms and just play Mac Breakout and Oregon Trail.
Oregon Trail was my jam. That was the first game I really Zelda. And then I love Tetris because I like to organize. So if anything I can organize and make nice and sleek, I'm all about.
Tetris.
Oregon Trail is fun as shit.
Oregon Trail's cool. You know what's funny?
Yeah.
Tetris. I remember my mom. We'd catch her playing Nintendo, playing
Your mom?
Dr. Mario. Does anybody remember that one?
I remember Dr. Mario.
Let us know if you remember that one. I remember that one. It was like a little pill. Great. why we have
It's
so
on
many
Nintendo.
drug,
It's on
yeah,
Nintendo.
how many drug addicts we have in this world, unfortunately. But the pill would come down and it'd be like yellow and red, and you had to match the yellow and the red. Very similar to Tetris, but it was Dr. Mario. And my mom would be in there playing that shit all the time.
Is she really?
Oh yeah, and then my brother was all about Zelda.
Oh, I remember Zelda.
Fuck Zelda. I love Zelda.
Fun.
I'm sorry that I said that, Nintendo. We like Zelda, but my brother, so he would play, and he'd be like, hey, I'd be like, hey, let me play. I want to play. The younger brother, and he's like, wait until I die. And he'd play for like fucking 3 hours without dying.
Yeah.
And then he finally would die, and then he'd be like, okay, it's your turn. And I was like, oh, I get to play finally. Oh yes. And I get on the damn sticks, and I'm dead within 30 seconds to a minute. And then he's like, now it's my turn. So I didn't get to play many video games. Yeah. It was always me watching him play.
So, yeah, you're the younger brother.
Yeah, so
I did that to my brother.
Fuck it, I'm outside.
Yeah.
You know, but he'd go to friends and they play video games. Remember Nerf Wars? Nerf Wars?
With guns?
Yes, I remember as a kid.
Those like super soakers, like the water guns.
Oh, super soakers were fun.
Yeah.
Water slides, or what was it?
Slip and slide.
Slip and slide.
Yeah, those are fun as shit.
With super soakers.
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
my god, that was fun.
I'm trying to think of what other stuff.
There's a lot of fun games back then. Oh, Duck Hunt.
Oh my god, that's my jam.
That was cool. That's like the new VR.
We show our kids. Oh my god,
VR.
yeah, because our kids have Oculus. They got all the shit Switch, Oculus, and we show them like, this is Duck Hunt. This is what we had. This is the first thing we had. They laugh at us.
They're like, what is this crap?
Yeah,
It was the best thing. I remember one of my friends. Do you remember those big vans that had like 2 captains, and then they had like a seat that could go down as a bed?
Yeah.
Not many seat belts back then, but it could go down as a bed. So those were the best on road trips because you could be. Well, I remember my friend had a Nintendo in it with a TV. It was like, holy shit, this is my jam.
It was a Sprinter van.
What was it?
Like a today's Sprinter van where you can do stuff like that.
It was so cool. Like, that was the best shit ever. Being able to have Nintendo, because road trips, talk about these kids spoiled now. They got DVD players, not even DVD players. They got their phone. They got all this stuff. We had nothing.
Oh my god, we played Punch Buggy. Our license plate game.
License plate. We listened to audiobooks, which I still do. I love audio. Yeah. Every trip we go on, I'm listening to audiobooks. It just makes it go by faster. But you know, you didn't have mine as a kid. You don't want to listen to the 100th Western that my dad picked out.
You don't.
But we had. I remember the Mad magazines.
I remember those.
So that was something we would have.
Or what is that? God, lip something. Lip or lap? Remember it? What was it called?
Mad Lip?
Yes, that's it.
That was it.
I love that one.
I think that was in Mad Magazine.
That's probably why that reminded me of it. That's
Do you
exactly
remember
why.
that old magazine that...
Highlights?
Yes. Right.
Yeah, it was in the dentist office.
Every dentist office.
Find the banana.
That's the only one I did. I didn't look at
those.
It was cool because they had crafts in it, which she's Miss Crafty, so I'm sure you utilized all those.
Yes.
I only went for the... It wasn't a word search, people. It was like find the image.
It's like a picture. Yeah.
It was
fun.
dope.
I still love this.
And then I used to get pissed when I go to the dentist office and some asshole
Circle
did it with
them
pen or
around.
some shit. Come on now.
I'll ruin it for everybody else.
Selfish. Where's Waldo?
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember Where's Waldo?
I do. I still do.
That was fun.
What was the one where, it was like a picture, but then it would be like 1 duck here, 2 ducks here, and 3 ducks. What was that called? It was like an image something. You had to pick out the image it was. It was the picture, but it was multiplied many times on the page.
Oh, what's the difference? Or which one's different? No.
Shit. I'm going to look it up after this, and I'll put it in the comments.
You remember the books that you could look at? You get real close to the image, and you pull away.
That's what I'm talking about. Yes.
You pull 3D.
What's it called?
Illusions. I don't know.
That's Illusions. Sounds good. Illusions.
It was that was fun, dude.
That was a lot of fun.
I love that for some reason. Sometimes it was difficult to see some things.
Oh yeah.
Certain people could see some stuff.
Someone else couldn't. Yeah.
You remember 3D glasses? The old school paper. It was a red lens and a blue lens.
Yeah.
That was fun. You could look at stuff and it would change.
Because now when you go to like the movie theater and watch a 3D movie, it's just those black glasses.
Right.
It's not
that was the first 3D, and it wasn't 3D. I guess it popped out at you. That was fun.
That was really cool. Do you remember like seeing your first, like when you're turning to teenager? Do you remember seeing like your first Playboy and stuff?
Yes, I do.
I remember that too.
It was awesome.
Oh my God,
It was a game changer, people.
I was like, what? Is this what I'm gonna look like when I get older?
I remember having like throwing it on Cinemax. I can say that.
Yeah.
Okay, throwing it on that. We didn't have it.
Yeah.
But it would be all fuzzy. And I'd be like, oh, there's a breast. There's a woman's breast. And then they show a different angle, and then it's a dude. You know, like, I saw a boob. It wasn't.
I remember that.
That was crazy. And now kids,
Oh God.
teenagers,
And adults, anyone really.
can find anything and everything, and it's like unrealistic expectations.
Yes, it is. That's what I hate about it. You know, it's normal to have a sex life when you get older. We shouldn't, as Americans, I feel like we look at it totally differently from like the Europeans. You know, it's almost like shameful here to be a sexual person or, you know, just do anything different outside of the normal. I don't know. I just wish it wasn't like that.
Well, our grandparents, 2 generations ago, I mean, a lot of them, it was you got married and then had sex.
Yeah.
Which is how the Bible, but it's changed.
Right. You want to test the car before you drive it. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. Yeah, but I mean, honestly, like,
You're stuck with it for life. You want to test it out.
I tell all the younger guys in my department that are dating or planning on getting married, I tell them all, like, I know you love this girl. This is the one. Congratulations. That's awesome. I'm so happy for you. Are y'all living together? That's a big one. Are you living together?
Life-changing
And,
relationship.
if they say no, I'm like, you need to move in with each other, at least during the engagement period. You need to live with them because, God forbid, there's something, you live together and all of a sudden you realize you can't live together. Y'all you love each other at space, but then you move in together and, he leaves his socks, outside the hamper or something that eats away at you and it ruins the relationship.
Yeah,
well, if you're married already, it's harder to back out of it.
Yeah.
There's not
and you couldn't really divorce as easily then as you
not
can
the
now.
eject button. You can't do that.
No, you cannot.
I mean, you can, but it's a little more difficult.
Yeah.
So I really think that, and a lot of people won't agree, but I think people should live together before getting married, just so you learn each other's tendencies and make sure
is key.
Make sure you can. That's
like that.
huge. Communication is number one, and we still are learning about communication after over a decade being married and together. I mean, communication is the most important thing.
Yeah.
Because there could be times that she thinks I'm upset. And I'm not upset at all, but she thinks I am, and so it's in her head. What is he upset about?
And so then I'm walking on eggshells, and you could be just tired from work.
Right? Oh, hey, what's going on, Tom? Tell me what's the matter. I don't feel like talking to the kids.
I'm not talking to you right now. Don't look
I
at
want
me.
nothing to do with you at this moment.
And like we think we did something wrong, it's not really us.
Yeah, you got to talk.
Yeah, and you know what? Communication has not always been easy for me. Like, I'll tell you I love you all day. Like, I'm good with saying I love you. We say it all the time.
Hugs and kisses.
Yeah, hugs and kisses. Like, we're smothering you, love. But I'm not good when it comes to sticking up for myself. With you, I am, because I know you. I know you the best. What? But, like,
don't believe this one.
Like,
She's lying.
If friends have hurt me or they said something or did something, like, I'll just act like it didn't happen or ignore it, and it'll fester in me, and so it stacks up.
Ooh, it does.
And then I'm going to blow up over, like, nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Oh, yeah.
I'm working on it.
Yeah, you got to just be honest. I mean, we say with the relationship, but also friends, that's a relationship as well, and just got to be open. Hey, this bothered me.
Yeah, we're trying to teach Savannah that because she's the one that's, like, timid and stuff, and we're like, no, you cannot let someone treat you like that, because if you allow them to do it once, they know they can get away with it. Yeah, it's just going to get worse. So you need to stop it the first time. Easier said than done, of course. But we're trying to teach them at an earlier age.
Yeah, well, our youngest is getting kind of bullied by a couple little boys. One pushed her.
Yeah. I wouldn't say bullied, but they're messing with her.
Right, but the thing is, they say, back in the day, they would say, oh, the little boy pulled my hair. Oh, it's because he likes you. Oh, he's flirting with you.
That's not what we're teaching them anymore.
No, that's not.
It's not acceptable. No.
Do not put your fucking hands on my daughter.
And we tell our kids, if we tell your teacher and they don't do anything and they do it again, then you stick up for yourself. And if you go to the office, you're not going to get in trouble because you're standing up for yourself. Don't just go do it. But if someone keeps doing it to you and the teacher hasn't done anything, or maybe she has, and the kid just keeps doing it, you're going to have to stick up for yourself. Because these other kids see you taking the shit, they're going to give it to you too.
They're going to think it's
and
okay.
And then you're going to be miserable.
Yeah, I told her, was it an accident when he pushed you? And
right.
She goes, no. Did he say sorry? No. What happened? He laughed. I said, did you say anything? And she said, no. And I was like, that's not acceptable. Mm-hmm. No one's allowed to put their hands on you.
No.
And next time, you get a couple options, right? Tell the little boy to stop. Mm-hmm. I don't like it. Don't do it again. Yeah. Tell the teacher. Or punch him in his fucking face. Yeah. I mean, I don't.
The principal's office.
And
we tell them if that happens, you're not in trouble. You got to stick up for yourself.
No, I mean,
but again, don't just go punch him in his fucking face.
We prefer that you say something right then and there and don't allow it.
No one wants to use their hands.
No.
Communicate. Communication's key.
Tell them you don't like it.
Yes.
Not acceptable.
Don't do that to me.
It's not for me.
Right. Yeah.
But you have to say something. You can't allow it to continue to fester on.
Did you have a lot of chores growing up?
I did some chores. Less after my parents got a divorce.
I bet you did.
I had more chores at Dad's house.
I'm sure you did. At Mom's house.
A lot less chores at Mama's house.
I bet you did.
But I had chores. This generation doesn't know much about chores.
No, and I'm really bad about this with the kids because I'd rather me just do it right the first time, get it done fast because I'm moving on to the next with the next kid, homework or something else.
Always
so
in the fast lane.
Yeah, always just going. And I really need to just stop. Like, this is the correct way to do it. I feel like I show it to them 1,000 times. It's never done that way, and then I have to clean it behind them, and it's like double the work. So this is where he and I aren't really seeing eye to eye sometimes. Yeah.
Because I feel like you gotta pitch in. You gotta learn how to do these things as young men, young women. You gotta learn how to do chores. And with the boys, my thing is, when you move out, let's say you move with a girlfriend, you move in with a girlfriend, so excited and love, first place with a girlfriend, and you don't do shit around the place. It's not gonna last. It's not gonna last. Back in our grandparents' days, the norm was the husband went to work and the wife stayed at home and took care of the kids and did the housely necessities. But that shit ain't around anymore, and we don't want it to be around anymore.
So much to do.
Everybody's got to pitch in. Everybody's got to do it. The husband's got to help with chores and stuff, and the wife and the children, and it's just good to teach them responsibility and
don't make the chores sexist. Not the boys have to take the trash, the girls have to do the dishes. Make them boys do the dishes. Let the girls take the trash out, because when they live on their own and they go to college, they're going to be doing the trash by themselves. They're going to be doing the dishes by themselves. So don't make the chores like sexist.
No, they all got to know how to do everything. Yeah. It's like teaching your daughters how to change a tire.
Absolutely.
Very important.
Yeah.
Very important. I think it's just as important, if not more, because if that young lady gets a flat tire out in, a bad area or in the sticks or whatever, they need to be able to do it on their own instead of some creeper coming by and saying, "Hey, young lady, I can help you," and then he snatches her up and I find him and I kill him. But it's like taking, girl. I got some gifts. But, I think everybody's got to be able to do it no matter what sex. And it teaches responsibility.
Absolutely.
I always say the boys with their video games, they got the disc, and they pull out the game, and they just put it in the wrong case, or they just put it somewhere in the room, and then they put in a new one. And they think that's the easiest, laziest way to do it. But in fact, you're working harder, because when you want to find that game, you open the box, it's a different game in there, and now you're struggling to look for it.
Or they get scratched.
Or scratched. That could take 5, 10, 15 minutes, never find it again.
Says, "Mom, Dad, where's my game?"
But if you take it out and put it in its box, the right way immediately, that took, 10 seconds, 20 seconds? So it's actually being lazier, and it's being smarter.
Yeah.
And it's little things like that, you got to teach the kids.
Yeah, my big thing is organization. If I don't write it down, it ain't happening. If it's not on my calendar, it totally just goes out of my head. Because I get busy with something else, and then I'll totally forget about it.
God, you're a big note taker.
Oh,
big
yeah.
note
If I don't take notes,
it ain't getting done. If it's not on the calendar,
I don't know.
And I'm bad about it. I'll put stuff on a calendar that we both have through an app that she doesn't look at.
I'm more old school. I need paper and pen.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's good, but I'm not home all the time, so
that's right.
we need a.
Yeah, so he's got this app, a calendar app on his phone. And some of our friends actually showed us it, and they use it because he's gone a lot with work, and he's not always home, and there's with so many kids and so many sports and school and everything going on and friends activities. We need to know what day are we available. Can I work overtime this day, or do we have a birthday party to go to, or Justin's football game, or whatever. So he's really been trying to get me to use that calendar, and it's just so hard for me. Yeah. I don't know why. It's so weird, right?
It's not for you.
No, I like to have it written down in a calendar. I like to have it highlighted for certain things. Football's orange, doctor appointments are yellow, school stuff's green.
Right. Organization.
I need to see it.
Organized. Not at all.
I can't live without organization.
I know I go to work every 3 days.
Bugs me.
Except on my Kelly day.
Yeah.
So that's my schedule.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I know it. But I put it on the hard. You want a hard book. You don't do the Kindle. You want that hard copy, baby.
Yeah, because we've got one on the wall, the expo, for the kids to see every day. Don't forget you got this going on. And then I've got my little paper one
personal
with
one.
me everywhere. Oh man.
Yeah, but that little apps like that help.
I know. I need to get used to it.
But this generation has that. They have the apps. So for anything, YouTube, you can learn how to do anything, which is super cool. That's definitely a pro to this generation.
For sure.
You can watch a video how to change oil, do anything and everything, and that is definitely an advantage that we did not have. No. If you weren't shown it, you didn't know how to do it.
Yeah, if your parents didn't know how to do it, or your friends, you weren't going to figure it out.
Yeah, but these apps are crazy.
Yeah.
Because you can, the dating apps?
I don't know nothing about that.
You better not. That wasn't around when you were single, miss.
I bet you hear a lot of stories from your friends.
I do. The single guys talking about their little Tinder dates and stuff like that. And holy shit, it's crazy. We will do a video on the Tinder. We'll do a Reddit one, and maybe I can tell you some fun
stuff. Wrong.
Yeah, Reddit, Tinder gone wrong, or I can tell you some stories of these young bucks who tell me.
Oh, God, boys, don't tell them any more stories.
Tell me them all.
No names.
No names, absolutely not. But, so you got the dating apps, right? Mm-hmm. These kids don't go to bars or the clubs and meet face to face.
I like that.
I do too. I'm old school, baby.
Yeah, when you text, you don't know if they're smiling or if they took your text the wrong way.
Yeah, they can be misleading for
sure. The features that change on their face. How animated are they?
Those filters, right?
Everything's
called filters.
Filter pictures.
So they show the best on the app, and then you go and meet them, and it's someone different.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I think that's going to mess up social skills because the children are on their phone, social media. They're not getting out and meeting new people and face-to-face conversation. How many of these young kids can't look people in their eyes? When we talk, we look at each other's eyes. You look at their eyes to show that you're understanding, listening, and communicating, respecting, and children don't look in adults' eyes, their friends' eyes. Maybe it's because they're in their phone, and
they feel weird about it. Maybe that's the social thing.
I
like the whole thing of meeting someone else, and you can learn something from them. I don't know. It's a lost art, I'd say.
It is, isn't it, dear?
It's a lost art.
I bet the bars are just empty, right? Because the guys aren't there trying to pick up.
COVID, everything. I don't know. I don't know, but
that's the social media.
Oh yeah,
is just taking
there's pros
over.
and cons to everything.
Absolutely.
But we still take our kids like camping.
Camping's
we
a big one.
love camping.
Camping's the one thing that from our oldest down to our youngest, if I say, hey guys, we're going camping tomorrow, every single one of them is fucking pumped. They cannot
And usually they
wait.
don't agree on anything.
It's the one thing. No matter what, normally anything we do, one kid's going to not want to do it and pout. Camping, they're all like, abso-fucking-lutely, let's go.
He loves it. I love it.
It's my favorite thing. One of my favorite things. I love being outdoors.
But
it's too hot.
It's hot where I'm not gonna say where we live, but it's hot here usually. So we have to wait till the weather cools off.
There's only a 2-month window that you can go camping.
Yeah.
And all these people that are up north in the snow, they're like, oh, boo-hoo, you have to go to the beach every day.
We
Oh,
love that too.
Yes,
we
do.
spend all of our time.
As much as
summer.
we can.
Yeah, at the beach.
We love the beach. That's another one that the kids all are excited about.
They're learning they've been learning how to surf for 2 years, I guess. Figuring it out. We have a surfboard, they're figuring it out.
1 year, they're getting pretty good.
Better.
Yeah.
They're getting better.
It's fun, just little things. One of them can boogie board like a champ. The youngest one, woo! So I'd push her, and she'd go. Now she's like, "Do not push me, Daddy. You're ruining it."
And she takes off.
Oh yeah.
She's our 2 youngest daughters are very different from each other.
Absolutely.
They're similar in a lot of ways, but also different in a lot of ways. Our younger one is more, I'm the baby. I'm going to get whatever I want.
Boss baby, for real.
Yeah, we call her boss baby for many years.
She calls herself boss baby.
She's demanding.
What
else can we say about her?
All of the babies
it's a baby thing.
Are like that. I don't know. I know ours is, and she runs his house, boy. Don't
scares
piss
me
her
sometimes.
off. I think we're all scared of her a little bit. But she's the sweetest thing on earth.
Yeah, she's an angel, but
so
don't make her mad.
Piss her
She's
off.
like her mom. I'm usually and always sweet to everyone.
Absolutely,
in a good mood,
to everyone, but
if you make me mad, there's a whole other side.
Watch out.
Crazy.
Nikki coming. She gonna get you.
I let it stack. That's the thing with the communication. You let it stack and stack and stack, and then I'm blowing up at you for nothing. And then I look like a crazy person because I'm so crazy mad about something so small. So communication.
Communication. That's number one thing in all relationships.
Yeah.
Children.
Adults, friends, all of it.
Co-workers.
Yeah.
Yeah, you tell your boss, hey, we need a raise. We're working super hard.
Don't even get me on that subject. Work.
No raise for us.
No raise for you.
No.
All right. So, and on that note, we're going to let you guys go. We'll see you on the next one, I guess.
All right. Deuces,
Bye, guys.
deuces.
I hope you enjoyed it.